Welcome back to Raw and Uncut. Okay, so I have just been thinking about this for, just the past few days. And I just felt like this was a good topic to talk about. So, yeah, the topic is just love, y'all. Like, what comes with love? The pros and the cons of it. I just think, it's a beautiful thing, but at the same time, it does comes with its hardships. Just speaking about love. I wrote down a few things. Because, like I said, I was just thinking and I was just, wanting to write some things down about love and, just the experience of it and my perspective. And, a lot of us out there, we definitely can relate to like, different perspectives, just speaking about the word love, y'all. But, with love comes with anger, disappointment, lies, happiness, rage comes with it, depression, self love, all that stuff, it just comes with a lot, like I said, I had my first intimate relationship when I was 19 years old, and I was in that relationship for 8 years. And it came with a lot. Just experiencing love and how to give it. And, I thought I was in love, in that relationship. It just, yeah, like when I think back on it, it was, yeah, that love word is definitely something that, is tough. But, at the same time, love is great, we should definitely, lead our lives with love first. But, I also wrote down, what it means to be in love. Me personally, I feel like, we still have so much life to experience dealing with people. But, and like I said, I thought I was in love in my first serious relationship about 8 years ago now. So, yeah, I would say from my perspective, what it means to be in love with someone, you know, just being in love with everything about them, whether they got big feet or they snore loud, okay? Like, you're just in love and you accept them for who they are. Just, yeah, you accept everything, even the little flaws that they still might have and they're working on. Like, you literally fall in love with that whole person, not just part, not just, 50 Cent. You literally fall in love with the whole person. And I think that, that's what it means to just, be in love with somebody. And how do you love, how do you love, that's another one too, where we can just think about like, yeah, how do we love? Me personally, I love hard, but I just really love giving out love. Like I feel like that's, we're in this life to do that. That's technically what we're supposed to be doing here, is to just, give it out, and how do you love, that could be actions, just, buying your friend their favorite piece of cake or something. I don't know. Yeah, just I would say certain gestures, but at the same time, not just gestures, but even just speaking love and light into someone. That's also a good thing too, I would say. And what is love, y'all? Like me personally, me having a Christian background and being biblical, what is love is, the Bible says God is love. And I think as well, when you know God, you experience, or how his love is, when you know who God is, of course. And yeah, like God is love, and we definitely should pretty much, love like him. It talks about that as well, but at the same time, I know that's kind of hard to do because, people be doing what people be doing sometimes. And I know I kind of be having a hard time just giving out love in general to people because people just be doing too much. I know I joke around and like, I'll be serious, but I'll be joking at the same time because there's that part in the Bible where it was talking about Jesus when he tore up that temple when it was being disrespectful. And that's how I am. Don't don't disrespect me. That's a big thing for me. Don't disrespect me. Because yeah, I'm gonna have to tear up something. So, I think that is definitely, a, a funny thing that I tend to tell people because, sometimes we can love people a lot and we will get ran over or disrespected or, people can make us feel worthless and stuff like that. So I tell people all the time, hey, Jesus tore up that temple, okay? So don't be afraid to defend yourself, and what you love, truly. And this one, I don't know, this one's not too hard, but it is another one too where it's like, it's something really to think about and how to give love. How to give love. I think how to give love and when to love is kind of just like, those two are like really big ones because I know sometimes for a lot of us that are just really kind-hearted, sweet people, we tend to just, give love and care and kindness out left and right. Like you get some and you get some. And sometimes we don't know how to kind of fall back on it, especially to the people that don't deserve it. I struggled with that in my life for like years. Just giving out love to people that actually didn't deserve it. I actually had to learn the hard way too on who to give it to and when to give it. And I'm sure a lot of us can definitely relate to that, and there's nothing wrong with that, back then, I was young, so I felt like if I give love the right way and in the pure way that it should be and it will be reciprocated, but I had to learn that that's not how a lot of people are set up. A lot of people are not set up like me where I just love, I love genuinely and I love, deeply. So I definitely had to, I had to learn how to give it and when to give it. Something, yeah, that's what I had to do. Like I said, I struggled with it for a long time. And like I said, there's another one too, who deserves love? That's a big one. I would say that is like a big one. Who deserves love? Who deserves your love? Like, I still question myself, like, hey, like, who is actually really deserving of your love? Like, should you love this person? What are their actions showing you? Are their actions showing you that they love you? They're reciprocating the same love you're giving, Like, I really still make sure that, the people I'm surrounding myself by and even new people that come into my life, like, hey, like, I'm observing, like, should I pull my love back or should I keep giving it full force? But at the same time, I had to understand that a lot of people will not be deserving of your love, your energy, your time. And it's really important. So it's really important to know that when dealing with people because people can be draining. And a lot of us, we don't deserve that. So definitely, speaking to myself still, but, at the same time, definitely figure out who deserves your love. Make sure that love that you are giving out is being reciprocated because I literally had to learn that as well for myself. That is like the most important step. But, love also comes with, setbacks, trauma, I would say there was a time too when I was like in my past relationship and I literally physically felt my heart breaking. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but it was a breakup. And yeah, I just felt like my heart just like, like did like one of those and just fell on the floor. And like I felt that physical pain, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And I just felt like I couldn't breathe, like, because I felt like all the love, like, that I had for this person, and then they just broke my heart again, like, what the freak, So, love comes with, having a hard time breathing when you're loving people. And yeah, it's just crazy. It's definitely crazy. I would say too, like, love also dictates decisions we make in our lives. Love can definitely dictate a lot, especially like mentally, because sometimes, dealing with people, we could be so blind to their behaviors, bad behaviors, because we love this, we can love a person so much and so hard, we're not really seeing the fact that they're not really good for us and they're not loving us the same way that we're loving them. And I feel like love also dictates our decisions dealing with people, life in general though. Because you could you could work somewhere and you love the workplace so much for certain reasons, or just the people that's in there for certain reasons, and you're supposed to actually be moving on from that place, but you're just like, no, I want to stay. So love just comes with a lot. Love comes with hurt as well. And that's crazy because, yeah, like love equals hurt at the same time because, I can't tell you how many times I had friends that I actually really did care about and love, and then like they do something to me and I'm just like, bro, yeah, like I literally got hurt in that moment because, and then sometimes, I would think like, dang, like, did I love them too much, or like, was my love too much? But it's like, nothing was wrong with my love. They just weren't the right ones I should have been giving it to, and they weren't the ones that, should have been, I should never give them that privilege, you feel me? So, I had to start understanding like, no, like, there is somebody out there that actually can reciprocate the love that I'm giving out. That's just not the person I need to be giving it to. But yeah, like love also comes with a lot of hurt dealing with people. And like I said, I'm sure we can all relate to that. But, love can also set us back too. Like I said earlier, love comes with setbacks. And what I mean by that is the fact that, when there is time for you to elevate, you could stay in a place too long, and then your elevation is on hold because you want to stay in that place, or you want to stay in that relationship, or in that friendship, and you're supposed to be moving away from all of that so you can elevate, and you just set yourself back. I've been there before. So love also comes with setbacks because we love a person or we love a place so much to where we don't let go, and we just pretty much stagnate our elevation. Like we stagnate our next growing point. And that comes with a lot too. So it's just like, we definitely got to make sure, we are seeing clearly when we are using this word love for real. Like you got to make sure those, not the blinders is on, but the clarity is on for sure. And I would say too, love is kind, love is patient. So, there's like a dozen Bible verses, that speaks on love and what it is. And it's important for us to really know what it is, because that's how we should maneuver in this world, giving out love. You never know, what it might be, or when the next encounter with a person, and you actually might be giving out your love to just let them know that they are loved, if you get what I'm saying. At the same time too, God will place a person in your life so you can love them correctly. And then once you love them correctly, it's your time for you guys to separate. It's just crazy how love works too, especially God's love too. Like God would do some crazy things, dealing with people, and when you're supposed to be giving your love out to people. Like I said, I had a few encounters where that's how it was for me. God had placed me into people's life because in the moment of their sorrow or their tribulation, they just needed love, and like he put me in their situation for that moment of time to just show them that and give them that, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, gotta go now. So it's just crazy how everything works, how life works in general in itself. But yeah, like sometimes I'll be thinking about it, and I'm just like, this whole world, if we actually just kind of just had love, like genuine love for every person, like the world probably wouldn't be what it is today. Then again, it might, because people be peopling, so I can understand. But at the same time too, even the days that people be peopling, you still got to give that love out. And it'd be so hard because sometimes you'll be out there doing your thing, whether you're at work, at the store, and people just be peopling. And it's just, you want to do what Jesus would do. But then again, you know what you're going to do. And you still got to sit there and give them a smile, and tell them that their day, that you pray that their day gets better. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what it is. Like, and it's hard to do because, like I said, there's times where, my healing self will be fighting with my old self because I want to sit up here and just, let you know what's up. But then again, it's just like, at the same time, sometimes we don't know what people are going through. And sometimes people just really need love. Like, and yeah, they just probably really just need love or just word of encouragement. You just never know. And that's like I said, love just comes with its cons and its pros. And I would say love is blind as well. Love is blind. And that goes back to the topic where love dictates decision. Like, love is blind. Like, you could be so blinded by this word love with so many things and jack yourself up. Yeah, like, you could definitely be blinded in love, and that's something that you definitely got to be observant and watch for. Because like I said, I was blinded a lot of times, and in those times that I was blinded, I got hurt a lot, and I didn't understand until like I was tired of being hurt all the time, and I was like, yeah, bro, like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. But at the same time, when I look back on those situations, I'm just like, you know what? All of those things had to happen for a reason so I can be who I am today. But at the same time, I had to understand how to use my love. You are also in control of how you love people, certain people, who you give your energy. Like, you're still in control of that. So I think it's definitely important, for us to, know how to maneuver our love, especially when you're a hard lover. Like, when you love hard, you have to make sure you know what you're doing with it and who you're giving it to. And I'm speaking literally to myself when I'm saying this because, like I said, I've grown so much in my lifetime, but there's still so much I have to grow in category and stuff like that. But from what I've learned so far from life itself is the fact that, yeah, like, you can love hard, but you got to really make sure that you're doing right by your love. Yeah, and, I would say true love and self-love, those two are definitely huge topics. I would say that knowing who God is and asking God to let you know who you are in Him is going to boost your self-love and your confidence and just who you are in general. Because if you don't know who you are in Him, you're just going to think you're just another person, like you're an average person, like you're just normal. No. When you know who God is and you know who you are in Him and who you're supposed to be, I would say everything changes. Because not just you knowing who God is and who you are in Him, when you know how God is and how He works, and that He's bigger than any problem, any situation, any person in this world, like, let me tell you, like I said, sometimes my confidence be boosting through the roof, but I have a reason. I have a reason for that. And my reasons are, I've been through a lot of few things, in my lifetime this far, bro. Yeah, like, I'm a child of the King. Did you expect me to act any less than that? Like, no. So, and that's just saying the least, but at the same time, there was a time back when I was 24 and I asked God, I was like, yeah, like, can you lay me out bare? Like, show me naked, show me who I am. Show me who I am within you. Show me what I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing. What's my purpose? still be confused about my purpose sometimes. But, you know, literally he isolated me, and, you know, he literally just showed me everything I needed to see, you know, in that moment of time of how he works and how he loves and how much love he had for me. But not just that stuff, it's the fact that this is who you are in me. So don't take it lightly. You know, everything I do is big, so why not do things that's big? You know, you're big. You as a person are big. And I had to understand that. I had to understand that deeply. And that's what also helped me find my self-love. Like literally, like just walking and talking and God just doing the things that he did in that moment of time. Like my self-love boosted through the roof. I started to understand that a lot of situations that happened in my life, it was not even really my fault. Those just weren't the right people, or those weren't the right situations for me. But at the same time, I started to understand what self-love was, and I was able to give that to myself. And now that I was able to give it to myself, I'm able to show people how to love me because I learned how to love myself. If you don't love yourself, how are you going to be able to tell somebody how to love you if you don't even know you? That's why it's best to, you know, these few little steps. Know who you are in God. But not just know who you are in God. That's priority, so make that number one. But not just knowing who you are in God, but at the same time, knowing who you are in general. Please don't be out here just having an identity crisis until you're 30. No, know who you are. Know who you are in God, but know who you are in yourself. So when real love comes in, that true love, those true friendships, those true relationships come in, you're able to teach. You're able to teach your friends how to love. You're able to teach your new partner or whatever how to love you. And that's something, I feel like those are some steps that if I knew when I was younger, like if I knew all of these things when I was younger, y'all, I'm sure I'll be further in life than I am now. But at the same time, I'm still at a good pace. I'm still at the right pace. But yeah, like a lot of this love stuff, if I would have known this love stuff sooner, yeah, I definitely would be further. But at the same time, I'm grateful for where I'm at now in this love, because I can explain it to others and I can relate to others because, like I said, you know, we're all going to go through certain experiences that we all can relate from. You know, I'm sure a lot of us have, you know, we love, but at the same time, in that love, we were angry. In that love, we were, you know, unhappy. We were disappointed. We had depression. We had rage. But at the same time, with our love too, we had kindness. We had peace. We had joy. We had happiness. We had, you know, grace, you know, prosperity, you know. So it's crazy how this is a 4-letter word, a 4-letter word as small as that, but it has its pros and its cons. But at the same time, with the cons, we learn the pros. And the pros is to learn how to love better and grow with love, you know, walk this life with love. We know how to give this love. We know who to give this love to. We know when to love. We also know how to allow love in. I'm still learning how to allow love in, especially real love. And I'm sure that there's a lot of us from our traumatic experiences that we have gone through, that a lot of us, even myself included, you know, we're still learning how to allow love in, because, you know, I'm a hard pickle. I still tend to have my walls built up because I've been through a lot of little things in my life where, you know, I'm just very observant of people and I question things, but not to question them like, oh my God, like worry, but no. I'm more of a question as, let me see your actions, and if your actions are following what's coming out your mouth, then I'll go ahead and, you know, remove my walls and, let's love in a healthy way. Let's love in the right way. But like I said, sometimes it gets hard to allow love in because we have been through so much. But at the same time too, I pray to God all the time, like, Lord, if this is for me, like, let me be able to allow it in the right way, like the healthy way. Like, let me be able to love, this person, and let this person be able to love me like the right way, So that's also, a specific prayer, because sometimes we struggle with that. I struggle with it, but this is literally, what I wish I knew about love sooner. Because I would think, if I was 19 and knowing all these things about how this word love would have jacked me up, I definitely probably I would have done a lot of things differently. But like I said, I'm grateful for the way things did happen, because, with age comes wisdom, and I wouldn't be able to teach anybody, anything if I didn't, if I didn't go through anything. And that's another thing too. I know sometimes we're like, man, why do I got it? Sometimes we're probably like, we're asking God, like, why are we going through certain things, or why did I have to go through that? But it's like, you should be glad you went through it. And it sucks to say that, because I'm a human being, and sometimes I still be complaining too. But at the same time, I know God be looking at us like, why not you? Why not you? And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of us, we are like the strongest soldiers out here. I know we be getting tired of being the strongest soldiers, but we are literally the strongest soldiers out here. And at the same time, if you know how big our God is and how amazing his love is towards us, honestly, anything that happens shouldn't even really faze you anymore. But at the same time, at the same time, we are human. So, me personally, I still get bothered by certain things happening in my life. But guys, this word love it's definitely amazing. And when you wake up and go out your front door every morning, you definitely should have that all over you. I tend to try my best to walk, like that every day, because you just never know who God might put in front of you to just show his love to them. So, like, this love word is very important. Like I said earlier, love is kind, love is patient, and just having love is important. Having love it's an amazing thing. Experiencing it, having it, it's an amazing thing. And you guys, let's just walk in this love way. But those are my perspectives on the word love. And if I would have known how love would be sooner, it would have been different. I don't know. But I'm grateful, and I just thank you guys for just tuning in, and just, listening to my little love rant. The next video, I definitely will have some updates for you guys with the podcast series. I appreciate you guys so much. I love y'all. I love y'all so much, for real. Because you guys have been pushing me to keep going and be consistent with the videos. And stay tuned, because it's gonna be more amazing. I'll talk to y'all soon.